truck set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Now Jones throwing on first down. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. His throw incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but they might get a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm pretty sure they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Etienne to start the drive. And some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a chance first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Working with a 2nd and 4. Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he goes out of bounds. He's right at the 50. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll go again with Etienne. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now Lawrence to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got it down to the 28. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Play action. It's Lawrence. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
ETN up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run again with Harris. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jones. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got a man, complete. Give them 32 on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Henry. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Jacksonville. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry from 8 yards out. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Folk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go play action now. Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Jones on 1st down. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now you have the incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, here's Agnew. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the counter, Etienne. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And some room to roam now. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Etienne once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back to throw. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they get 9 plays in all. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now Jones and the Patriots down by 10. A little over a minute to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Jones connecting with Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Jones. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. He's got a man complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. No gain on the play. And that'll make it second and goal. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you look back over the score